Oh,
I don't want to be on.
they're going to see us all?
I don't want to be.
All right, Mo out, so Yeshua. Oh, is that the wrong festival?
You have to keep it.
I hope she doesn't send text.
Why is it taking so long to
Hello,
Tell her bring the phone to mummy.
What about the right festival?
Don't want him to hear it.
I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, look at Helen falling asleep.
I told you that
You just told me the pasta is in the water.
It's
It's a
in the water,
shame.
that it's not cooked yet, but we took up the fire. No, it's not funny. I was chewy. I just had it.
What's that say?
And the sauce I cook it. I can put it in the oven quickly with the sauce and the cheese. 5 minutes.
You sure you muted it, say, can't you?
Yes, Daddy.
No point in you. I won't hear the.
Well, Poppy doesn't need the grinder.
You know, you need to go down here and you.
Right. Okay, we're going to get going in a few minutes. Delighted to see so many people. We should be on YouTube. We're just going to check that we are on YouTube. I apologize that we have. Where have I gone? I apologize that we've had to mute everyone. That is just purely because of practicalities, because otherwise, if we don't mute everyone, then you will miss out parts because we've practiced already, and the noise of your camera will overshadow the rest of the reading, and no one will hear, and then we'll have to start again, and then we'll do it again and again and again. So the program this evening is Megillah reading, and don't worry, home from home. You'll be delighted to know, friends, that I brought a bit of Woodside Park. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know where I've gone on the camera. Somewhere. Anyways, you should be able to see it. This is Woodside Park on Megillah. So we're going to have a taste of Woodside Park, at least here. And after the Megillah reading, please God, we have a very special magician. I'm going to be asking him to get rid of coronavirus. We'll see if he can do that in a flash. But either way, we're delighted to see so many people here, and we are keeping safe. That's why we are doing it this way. So I appreciate everyone's understanding. And please God, next year, of course, we look forward to being back with you in person. I just can't see. Hold on 1 minute. Okay. Got the blessings. So we apologize, but you'll have to make a lot of noise at home, and then please God, we will be able to hear that noise next year. Purim Sameach to everyone. You were emailed out links to give matanot levyonim, gifts to the poor. And as per Barnet Council's instructions, which we've worked with the police quite closely this week in particular, for Mishloch Manot, then giving gifts to your friends, you can just drop it outside your neighbor or anyone that you want to give to, but you leave it on their doorstep. You don't need to go near the door, and that is perfectly acceptable according to the police and Barnet Council. So we're going to make 3 blessings in a minute. The 3 blessings, of course, are to cover the Megillah. We make the She'asa Nisim, and we make the blessing Shechianu. And it is, I think it's very poignant, and it's going to be very emotional when we say the blessing Shechianu. If we think back to Purim last year where we were, and what happened last year in Purim, of course, where in some communities it was the beginning of the pandemic. So we can all really recite Shechianu with tremendous fervor and appreciation and gratitude as we thank the Almighty for the gift of a year of life and the fact that we have managed to come through, at least we ourselves have come through this COVID pandemic and are healthy. I'm just fighting with, trying to make sure the baby's sorted out before we start. I would say that we should leave her at home, but we are at home. I want to be able to see some people, okay? Okay. So why do we dress up? Whilst we're waiting for Tehillah, our youngest, to be to calm down. Why do we dress up? I noticed that several members, Jonathan Stoops, you're looking splendid. Abby, you're looking great. I can only point out that Saskia, I can see you're dressed up. Karen, I thought you were going to be a tennis player. Disappointing. Okay, maybe tomorrow. Who else is dressed up? Let's have a look through the 100 people and those that are joining us on YouTube and see who's dressed up. Oh, we've got the Cowboys. The Cowboys, the Norman Cowboys, have ridden into town. And Rachel Lewis and Miriam looking great, and so many more. Right, we want to start on time because there's a magician. John, you also look great, as always. Okay, thank you very much. So we want to start on time so that we can ensure that the magician starts on time. Okay, yeah, 6:30. We're on YouTube. So I'm going to stand up for the blessings. Please, everyone, stand up. And we will recite the blessings. And after we recite the blessings, then you can sit down and then we will read the Megillah. Looking forward to an action-packed Purim on Zoom. And please God, next year we'll be able to come back together in real for tremendous festivities on Purim. But let's do it on Zoom. This is a first for me. So I hope you can hear me. I hope we'll manage. If you have any problems, put it in the chat, and Abby is picking up the messages and she'll be able to text me if there's a problem, okay? So we'll keep this open so that we can see any messages. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvosav v'tzivanu al mikra Megillah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavosenu hayamim hahem bazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shechianu v'kimanu v'gianu lazman hazeh. ויהי בימי אחשוורוש, הוא אחשוורוש, המולך מהוד ועד כוש, 7 ו20 יום מדינה, בימים ההם כשבט המלך אחשוורוש, על כיסא מלכותו, אשר בשושן הבירה, בשנה 3 למלכו, עשה משתה לחוץ רב עבדיו, חיל פרס ומדי, הפתמים, ושרי המדינות לפניו, בהר עיסו, אישה כבוד מלכותו, ואת יקר תפס כולו ימים רבים, 80 יום, ומלא ימים האלה עשה המלך החלום, הנמצאים בשושן הבירה, למגדו והקטון. משתה 7 ימים וחצה, גינס ביזון המלך וכפס ותכלס אחוז, וחב לבוץ ואגמן, על גילי כסף, ועמודי 6, מיטות זהב וכסף, על רצפת בהד ושש ודובס החרס, ואשכוז בכלי זהב וכלים, מכלים שונים. ויין מלכוס רב כיד המלך, ואשתי הקדש אינו נס, כי כן יסד המלך על כל רב ביתו לעשות כרצון, איש ואיש. גם ושתי המלכה עשתה משן נשים בית המלכוס, אשר למלך אחשוורוש, ביום השביעי כתב לב המלך ביין, אמר למומן. בזזה חבונה, בגזב ובגזזית ובחכס, 17 ארסים, המשרסים את פני המלך אחשוורוש, להביא את ושתי המלכה לפני המלך בכס המלכוס, לארוז המים ועשרים ויפיה, כי תבס מראה היא, ותמאן המלכה ושתי לבוא בדבר המלך, אשר ביד 10 ריסים, ויצוף המלך מאוד וחמר עשה בערבי. ויאמר המלך לחכמים יודעי העתים, כי כן דבר המלך לפני יודעי כל יודעי דעת ודין, והקרוב אליו, כשנה 6 עד 6, מריס מרסונו ממוכן, 17 פרס ומדי, רואה פני המלך היושבים בראשונה במחוז, קדש מה לעשות. במלכה ושתי על אשר לא עשתה את ממה מלך אחשוורוש ביד 10 ריסים. ויאמר מוכן לפני המלך והשרים, לא על המלך לבדו, אבל עשה ושתי המלכה, כי על כל השרים וכל העמים, אשר בכל מדינות המלך אחשוורוש, כי יצא דבר מלכה על כל נשים, להבזוז בעליהן ביניהם, ואמרם המלך אחשוורוש, אמר להביא את ושתי המלכה לפניו ולא בא, והיום הזה תאמנה שרוס פרס ומדי, אשר שמו את דבר המלכה לכל שרי המלך וכדי בזיון והקוצף. אם המלך טוב, יצא דבר מלכוס בפניו ויכסף, בזעשי פרס ומדי ולא יבוא, אשר לא סבו ושתי. לפני המלך אחשוורוש מלכוסו ייתן המלך לרצות דבר ממנה ונשמע. פסקם המלך אשר יעשה בכל מלכוסו, כי רבה היא, וכל הנשים ייתנו יקר לבעליהן למגדו ועד קטן. ויטב הדבר בעיני המלך והשרים, ויעש המלך כדבר ממוכן, וישלח צפרים אל כל מדינות המלך, אל מדינה ככתבה, ואל ועם כלשונו, להיות כל איש שרי ביתו, ומדבר כלשון עמו. אחר הדברים האלה כשך חמס המלך אחשוורוש, זכה את ושתי ואת אשר עשה ואת אשר נגזר עליה, ויאמרו נערי המלך משרסיו, יבקשו למלך נערות בסולוס ובוס מראה, ויפקד המלך פקידים בכל מדינות מלכותו, ויקבצו את כל נערה בסולת ובוס מראה, אל שושן הבירה, אל בית הנשים, אייץ הגיא, סריס המלך שומע נשים, מנסון צמרו כהן, והנערה אשר תיטה בעיני המלך תמלוך תחת ושתי, ויטב הדבר בעיניהם המלך, ויעש כן. איש יהודי, היה בשושן הבירה, שמו מרדכי בן שימי, בן קיש איש ימיני, אשר הגלה מירושלים, עם הגלה שקלסה, עם יחניה מלך יהודה, אשר הגלה נבוכדנצר, מלך בבל, ויהי אומנס הדסה, היא אסתר בסתודו, כי אין לה אב ואם, ונרא יפס טוב ותפס מורה, ובמוס אבי אבימה לקחה, מרדכי לא לבס, ויהי, ושמע דבר המלך ודסה, וכבש נורוס רבוס, השושנה בירה, אל יד הגיא, ותלקח אסתר אל בית המלך אל יד הגיא, שומע אנשים, ותיטב הנרא בעיניו, ותישא חן, ותישא חסד לפניו, ויבהל את תמרוקיה, וזמן ניסה לעשה לה, ושב הנרוס הריוס לעשה לה, מבית המלך, וישניה ואת נרוסיה, לעצור בית הנשים, לא גידה אסתר, שמה ושמאלתה, כי מרדכי ציווה עליה, שלא תגיד. ובכל יום ויום, מרדכי מסלך לפני חצר בית הנשים, לדעת שלום אסתר, מה יעשה בה? ובהגיעתו נערה ונערה לבוא אל המלך אחשוורוש, מכס היעש לה קדש הנשים 12 חודש, כי כן ימלאו ימי מרוקיהם 6 חודשים בשמן המאור, ו6 חודשים בבשמים, ובסמרוקי הנשים, ובזה הנערה בוא אל המלך אס, כל אשר תמה ינסה לה לבוא עמה מבית הנשים עד בית המלך, בערב היא באה, ובבואי היא שבה אל בית הנשים שני אל יד ששגז, סריס המלך שומע פילגשים, לא תבוא עוד אל המלך, כי אם חפץ בה המלך ונקרא בשם, ובהגיעתו אסתר בס אביחיל דוד מרדכי, אשר לקח לו לבס, לבוא אל המלך, לא ביקשה דבר, כי אם את אשר יאמר, הגיא סריס המלך שומע הנשים, ותהי אסתר נושאת חן בעיני כל רואיה, ותלקח אסתר המלך אחשוורוש אל בית מלכותו, בחודש העשירי חודש טבת, בשנת 7 למלכותו. ויאהב המלך את אסתר מכל הנשים, ותישא חן וחסד לפניו מכל הפסולות, וישם כס מלכות בראשה, וימלכה תחת ושתי, ויעש המלך משתה גדול לחוץ רוב עבדיו את משתה אסתר, ונחלה בדינות עשה, ויצא מסץ כי יד המלך, ויקבץ בתולו שני, ומרדכי יושב בשער המלך. אין מאסתר מגן שמאל עשה, ושמע כאשר ציווה עליה מרדכי, ושמע מרדכי אסתר עשה, כאשר עשה במנה איתו. בימים ההם מרדכי יושב בשער המלך, כסף, בגזן וסרש 2 סריסי המלך משומרי הסף, ויבקשו לשלוח יד במלך אחשוורוש, ויוודע הדבר למרדכי, והגר לאסתר המלכה, ותאמר אסתר למלך בשם מרדכי, ויבקש הדבר יימצא, ותלו שניהם על עץ, ויכסה בספר דברי הימים לפני המלך. אחר הדברים האלה גידל המלך אחשוורוש את המן בן המדס החגיגי, וינשאהו וישם את כיסאו מעל כל 20 אשר איתו וכל עבדי המלך אשר בשער המלך קוראים ומשתחווים להמן, כי כן ציווה לו המלך, ומרדכי לא יקרא ולא ישתחווה, ויאמרו עבדי המלך אשר בשער המלך למרדכי, מדוע אתה עובס מצוות המלך, ויהי כאמרם אליו יום ויום ולא שמע להם, ויגידו להמן לירוז יעמדו דברי מרדכי, כי גיד להם אשר יהודי, והיה המן כי אין מרדכי קורא משתחווה לא, וימלא המן חמה ויבז בעיניו לשלוח יד במרדכי לבדו, כי הגידו לו, אז מרדכי, ויבקש המן להשמיד את כל היהודים אשר בכל מלכות אחשוורוש על מרדכי בחודש הראשון לחודש ניסן בשנת 12 למלך אחשוורוש הפלפו הוא הגורל לפני המן מיום ליום החודש לחודש 12 הוא חודש אדר ויאמר המן למלך אחשוורוש ישנו עם אחד מפורד בין עמים בכל מדינות מלכותך ודעותיהם שונות מכולם ודעתי המלך הנומסים ולמלך אין שווה להניחם אם המלך טוב יכסף לעבדם ו10,000 כיכר כסף אשקול על ידי עושי המלאכה להביא אל גזעי המלך ויעשה המלך את סבתו מעל ידו ויתנה להמן בן המדעשה הגיגי צורר היהודים ויאמר המלך להמן הכסף נשום לך והעם לעשות בו כטוב בעיניך ויקראו ספרי המלך בחודש הראשון ב13 יום בו ויקסב ככל אשר ציווה המן אל החשבני המלך ואל הבחוץ אשר מדינה ומדינה ואל שרי עם ועם מדינה ככתבם ועם כלשונו בשם המלך אחשוורוש נכתב ונחתם בטבעת המלך ונשלח ספרים ביד ארצים אל כל מדינות המלך להשמיד להרוג אל הבית את כל היהודים מנער ועד זקן טף ונשים ביום אחד ב13 לחודש 12 חודש אדר שלם לבוז פת שגן הכסף לנעשה דס בכל מדינה גלוי לכל העמים להיות חסידים ליום הזה הרצים יצאו דחופים בדבר המלך והדס ניתנה בשושן הבירה ויהי המלך ישבו לשתות וישושן נבויך ומרדכי ידע כל אשר נעשה ויקרא מרדכי בגדיו ויבש שק ואפה ויצא בסך העיר ויזעק זעקה גדולה ומרה ויבוא עד לפני שהמלך כי אין לבוא אל שהמלך בלבוש שק ובכל מדינה ומדינה מקום אשר דבר המלך ודעתו מגיע אבל גדול ליהודים וצום ובכי ומספד שק ואפה יוצא לרבים ותבואנה נערוס אסתר וסריסה ויגידו לה ותזכה למלכה מאוד ותשלח בגדים להלביש את מרדכי ולהסיר שקו מעליו ולא קיבל ותקרא אסתר להסך מסריסי המלך אשר העמיד לפניה ותצווהו על מרדכי לדעת מה זה ומה זה ויצא הסך את מרדכי אל רחוב העיר אשר לפני שער המלך ויגד לו מרדכי את כל אשר קראו ואת פרשת הכסף אשר אמר המן לשקול על גנזי המלך ביהודים לעבדם ואת פשגן כסף הדס אשר ניתן בשושן להשמידם נעשון להרוס את אסתר ולהגיד לה ולצוות עליה לבוא אל המלך להתחנן לו ולבקש מפניו על עמה ויבוא הסך ויגד לאסתר את ספרי מרדכי ותאמר אסתר להסך ותצווהו על מרדכי כל עבדי המלך ויעם מדינות המלך יודעים אשר כל איש ואישה אשר יבוא אל המלך אל החצר הפנימית אשר לא יקרא אחז דתו למיס לבד מאשר ישיט לו המלך את שביט הזהב והחיה ואני לא נקראתי לבוא אל המלך זה 30 יום, ויגידו למרדכי את דברי אסתר, ויאמר מרדכי להשיב אל אסתר, אתה תמי בנפשך למלא את בית המלך מכל היהודים, כי המחרש תחרישי, בועז הזויס, רווח והצלה, יעמוד ליהודים ממקום אחר, ואת ובית אביך תאבדו, ומי יודע אם לא עת כזאת הגעת למלכוס. ותאמר אסתר להשיב אל מרדכי, לך כנוס כל היהודים הנמצאים בשושן, ותשומעו עלי ותאכלו ותשתו 3 ימים, לילה ויום, גם אני ונערוסי אצום כן, ובכן אבוא אל המלך אשר לא חדש, וכאשר עבדתי. ויבוא מרדכי ויעש כל אשר ככל אשר ציווה עליו אסתר, ויהי ביום השלישי ותיבש אסתר מלכוס, ותעמוד בחצר בית המלך הפנימי נוכח בית המלך, והמלך יושב על כיסא במלכוסוי בבית המלכוס נוכח בית המלך, ויהי נוכח פסח הבייס, ויהי כי ראה את המלך את אסתר המלכה עומדת בחצר, נושא חן בעיניו, ויושט המלך לאסתר את שביט הזהב אשר בידו, ותקרב אסתר ותיגע בראש השביט, ויאמר לה המלך, מלך אסתר המלכה, ומה בקשתך? עד חצי המלכות ונעשה לך. ותאמר אסתר, אם המלך טוב, יבוא המלך והמן היום, אל המשתה אשר עשיתי לי. ויאמר המלך, מהרו את המן לעשות את סביבה אסתר. ויאמר המלך והמן אל המשתה אשר עשה אסתר. ויאמר המלך לאסתר במשתה היין, מה שאלתך מנעשה לך, ומה בקשתך? עד חצי המלכות וסייעת, ותען אסתר ותאמר שלשי ובקשתי, אם עשי חן בעיני המלך, ואם המלך טוב, לעשות את שאלתי ולעשות את בקשתי, יבוא המלך והמן אל המשתה אשר אעשה להם, ומאכל אסתר כדבר המלך, ויצא המן ביום ההוא שמח וטוב לב וכירוס. המן את מרדכי אשר בשער המלך, ולא קם ולא זר ממנו, וימלא המן מרדכי חמס, וימלא המן מרדכי חימה, ויספק המן, ויבוא אל ביתו וישלח, ויביא סבו וזרש אשתוי, ויספר להם המן את כבוד אשר עברו את בניו, ואיס כל אשר גילוי המלך, ואת אשר נשא לשרים עבדי המלך. ויאמר המן אף לא הביאה אסתר המלכה עם המלך אל המשתה אשר עשה, כי מוסיף גם למחר אני קראו לה עם המלך, וכל זה איננו שווה לי בכל עץ אשר אני רואה את מרדכי יהודי יושב בשער המלך. ותאמר לו זרש אשתו וכל אוהביו יעשו עץ גבוה 50 אמה, ובבוקר אמור למלך, ויסלו את מרדכי עליו, ובוא עם המלך אל המשתה שמח וטוב, ויטב הדבר לפני המן ויעשו עץ. בלילה ההוא נדש המלך, ויאמר להביא את ספר זיכרונות בימים, ויהיו נקראים לפני המלך, וימצא כתוב אשר הגיד מרדכי על בגסוניו וסרש שני סריסי המלך משמרי הסף, אשר ביקשו לשלוח יד במלך אחשוורוש. ויאמר המלך מנסה יקר גדולה למרדכי על זה, ויאמרו נערי המלך בשער הסף, לא נעשה עמו דבר. ויאמר המלך מי בחצר? והמן בא לחצר בית המלך החיצונה לאמור, למלך לסלוס מרדכי לעץ אשר הכין לו ויאמרו נערי המלך אליו הנה המן עומד בחצר הנה המן עומד בחצר ויאמר המלך ויבוא המן ויאמר אלי המלך מה לעשות באיש אשר המלך חפץ ביקרוי ויאמר המלך בליבו ויאמר המן בליבו למי יחפוץ המלך לעשות יקר יוצא ממני ויאמר המן אל המלך איש אשר המלך חפץ ביקרוי יביאו לבוש מחוץ אשר לבש בו המלך וסוס אשר רכב עליו המלך ואשר ניתן כסף מחוץ בראשו ונשאן הלבוש והסוס היד איש משרי המלך הפצמים והלבישו הסוס אשר המלך חפץ ביקרוי והקיבהו על הסוס ברחוב העיר וקראו לפניו ככה יעשה לאיש אשר המלך חפץ ביקרוי ויאמר המלך להמן מהר קח את הלבוש ואת הסוס כאשר דיברת ועשכן למרדכי היהודי היושב בשער המלך אל תרפל דבר מכל אשר דיברת ויקח המן את הלבוש ואת הסוס וילבש את מרדכי והקיבהו ברחוב העיר ויקרא לפניו ככה יעשה לאיש אשר המלך חפץ ביקרוי וישב מרדכי אל שער המלך והמן נדחף אל ביתו עובר בכף וירוש ויספר המן לזרש אשתו ולכל אביו את כל אשר קראו ויאמרו לו חכמיו וזרש אשתו אם זרע היהודים מרדכי אשר חילצו לנפול לפניו לא סוחר לא כי נפל תיפול לפניו עודיו מדברים עמו וסריסי המלך הגיעו ויביאו להביא את המן אל המשתה אשר עשה אסתר ויבוא המלך והמן לשתות עם אסתר המלכה ויאמר המלך לאסתר גם ביום השני במשתה היין מה שלעשך אסתר המלכה ותינס אין לך ומה בקשתך עד חצי המלכות ושעש ותען אסתר המלכה ותאמר אם עשה זכן בעיניך המלך ואם המלך טוב תינשאי לי ונשי בשאלתי ועמי בקשתי כי נמכרנו אני ועמי להשמיד להרוג ולאבד ואלו לעבדים לשבחוס נמכרנו החרשתי כי אין הצעה שווה בנזק המלך ויאמר המלך אחשוורוש ויאמר לאסתר המלכה מי הוא זה ואיזה הוא אשר מלא ליבו לעשות כן ותאמר אסתר איש צבא יהיה והמן הרע הזה והמן נבס מלפני המלך והמלכה והמלך קם לחמסו ממשתה היין אל גינס הביסן והמן עמד לבקש על נפשו מאסתר המלכה כי ראה כי לחלסה אליו הרעה מעץ המלך והמלך שב מגיניסן הביסן אל בית משתה היין והמן נופל על המיטה אשר אסתר עליה ויאמר המלך הגם לכבוש את המלכה עמי בבית הדבר יצא מפי המלך ופני המן חפו ויאמר כוונה אחד מן הסריסים לפני המלך גם הנה העץ אשר עשה המן למרדכי אשר דיבר טוב על המלך עומד בבית המן גבוה 50 אמה המן גבוה 50 אמה ויאמר המלך תלו עליו ויסלו את המן על העץ ויסלו את המן על העץ אשר הכין למרדכי וחמס המלך שכחה ביום ההוא נשא המלך אחשוורוש לאסתר המלכה את בית המן שרי יהודים ומרדכי בא לפני המלך כי הגידה אסתר מהולה ויעשה המלך אסתר בתו אשר הביא מהמן ויתנה למרדכי ותעשם אסתר את מרדכי על בייס המון, ותוסיף אסתר, ותדבר לפני המלך. ותיפול לפני רגליו, ותתחנן לו, להביא את ראש המן הגיגי, ואת משאלתו שחשב על היהודים. ויושת המלך לאסתר, אש אבית הזהב ותקם אסתר, ותעמוד לפני המלך ותאמר, אם המלך טוב, ואם עשי חן לפניו. וכאשר הדבר לפני המלך ותבע אני בעיניו, יכסף להשיב את הספרים. משאבת המן בן המדסה הגיגי אשר כתב לעבד את יהודים אשר בכל מדינות המלך, כי איכך וכב ראיסי בראה אשר ימצא אסמי, ואיכך וכב ראיסי ועבדן מולדתי. ויאמר המלך אחשוורוש לאסתר המלכה ולמרדכי היהודי, הנה בית המן, הנה בית המן נשאתי לאסתר, ואיסור תעלו על העץ על אשר שלח ידו ביהודים, ואתם כתבו על היהודים כתוב ביניכם בשם המלך, וחתמו בטבעת המלך, כי חשף אשר נכתב בשם המלך, ונחתום בטבעת המלך אין להשיב. ויקראו ספרי המלך, ויהי בחודש השלישי הוא חודש סיוון, ב13 ויכתוב ויכסף ככל אשר ציווה מרדכי על יהודים, וחרשת פנים ופחז בשר המדינות אשר מהודו ועד כוש, 27 ימי מדינה ככתבה, ועם כאילו שנה, וליהודים ככתבם וכאילו שנם. ויכתוב בשם המלך אחשוורוש, ויחתום בטבעת המלך, וישלח ספרים ביד הרצים, בסוסים, רוכבי הרכש האחרונים, בני הרמחים, אשר ניתן המלך ליהודים, אשר בכל עיר ועיר, לקהל ולעמוד על נפשם, להשמיד, להרוג ולאבד את כל עם ומדינה, הצרים אותם ואיסם, טף אנשים ושלם לעבוד, ביום אחד בכל מדינות המלך אחשוורוש, ב13 לחודש 12 חודש אדר, בשגן הכסף, להינשא דת בכל מדינה לגלוי לכל עמים, ולהיות היהודים חסידים ליום הזה, לנקה מאויביהם הרצים, רוכבי הרכש השונים, יצאו מבוהלים ודחופים, ודבר המלך והדס ניתנה בשושן הבירה. ומרדכי יצא מלפני המלך בלבוש מלכוס תכלת בחור, ועטרת זהב גדולה, וסכריך ובוץ ואגמן, ויהי שושן סלה ושמחה. ליהודים היסערה ושמחה וששון ויקר, ובכל מדינה ומדינה, בכל עיר ועיר, מקום אשר דבר המלך ודסו מגיע, שמחה וששון ליהודים, משתה ויום טוב. ורבים מהארץ מזיעתים, כי נפל פחד היהודים עליהם, וב12 חודש הוא חודש אדר, ב13 יום בו, אשר הגיע דבר המלך, ודסו אלוהי עשות ביום, אשר סיברו היהודים לשלוט בהם, ונפל איכו, אשר ישלטו היהודים, הימה בסויניהם, נקהלו היהודים בעריהם, בכל מדינות, המלך אחשוורוש לשלוח יד במבשי רסם, ואיש לא עמד לפניהם, כי נפל פחדם על כל העמים, בכל שרי המדינות והחשנים והפחוז, ועשה המלאכה של המלך מנסים את יהודים, כי נפל פחד מרדכי עליהם, כי גדול מרדכי בבית המלך, ושמו הולך בכל המדינות, כי האיש מרדכי הולך וגדול, ויכו היהודים וכל אויביהם, מכת חרב והרג ואבדם. ויעשו בשונאיהם כרצונם, ובשושן אבירה הרגו היהודים והבית. נו. והבית 500 ves parshantas ves alfon ves alpasa ves parasa ves adalia ves aridasa ves parmashta ves arisa ves arida ves arvaisasa aseres b'neamon ben amadasa sorei hayudim haragu vaviza lo shachwes yadam bayom hu ba misbar harugim B'Shoshana Bira Lifnei HaMelech Vayom HaMelech Le'Samaka B'Shoshana Bira Hargo Yudim V'Abed 500 ish Ve'eis Ases Ben Amon Ve'eis Ases Ben Amon Bisha B'nei Amon Bisha Medinos HaMelech Me'asu Uma Sheila Seich V'Nasein Lach Uma Bakasha Seich Od V'Seyas V'Atoime Esther Im HaMelech Tov Yinasein Gam Macha Le'Yudim Asher B'Shoshan Lasos Kados Hayom V'Ases B'nei Amon Yislu Alo Eitz Vayom HaMelech Le'Asos Kain V'Tinasein Das B'Shoshan V'Ases B'nei Amon Tolu Vayikalu Hayudim Asher B'Shoshan Gam B'Yom HaBa'asa L'Chodesh Adar Vayagu B'Shoshan 300 V'Avisa Lo Shachu Et Yadam Usha Hayudim Asher B'Medinos HaMelech Nikalu va'amoda nafsham v'noyach me'oivehem v'harag b'soneihem 75 Aleph u'v'avisa lo shachu et yadam b'yom 13 l'chodesh Adar v'noyach ba'asa boi v'asa oiso yom mishteh v'simcha והיהודים אשר בשושן נקהלו ב13 סבב, 14 בוי ונוע ב15 בוי, ו14 יום משתה ושמחה. כן, היהודים הפרזים, היושבים בערי הפרזויס, עושים עש יום 14 לחודש אדר, שמחה ומשתה ויום טוב, ומשלח מנות איש לרעהו, ויטוב מרדכי את הדברים האלה. וישלח ספרים אל כל היהודים אשר בכל מדינות המלך אחשוורוש הקרובים והרחוקים לקיים עליהם להיות עושים את יום 14 לחודש אדר ואת יום 15 בו בכל שנה ושנה כימים אשר נלכו בהם היהודים והם והחודש אשר נפח להם יגון לשמחה ומעבר ליום טוב לעשות עושים ימי משתה ושמחה ומשלח מנות יצרעהו מתנות לאביונים וקיבל היהודים את אשר החלו לעשות ואת אשר כתב מרדכי עליהם כי המן בן המדסה הגיגי זורק כל היהודים חשב היהודים לעבדם ויפלפו הוא הגורל לאומם ולעבדם ובבואיה לפני המלך אמר עם הספר ישוב מחשבתו רעה שחשב על יהודים על ראשי וסלו עשוי וספניו על העת כן קראו לימים האלה פורים על שם אפו כן על כותבי האיגרת הזאת מורו על כך ומגיע להם קימו וקיבלו היהודים עליהם ועזרים ועל כל הנביאים עליהם ולא יבוא ליועצים שני הימים האלה ככתבם וכזמנם בכל שנה ושנה בימים האלה נזכרים ונעשים בכל דור ודור משפחה מדינה ועיר ועיר וימי הפורים האלה לא יעברו מתוך היהודים וזכרם לא יוסף מזרם ותכתוב אסתר המלכה בת אביחיל ומרדכי יהודי את כל תוקף לקיים את איגרת הפורים הזאת השניס וישלח ספרים אל כל היהודים אל 27 מהמדינה מחוץ אחשוורוש דברי שלום ואמת לקיים את ימי הפורים האלה בזמניהם כאשר קיים עליהם מרדכי היהודי ואסתר המלכה וכאשר קיימו נפשם ועל זרם דברי עצמות זעקתם ומאמר אסתר קיים דברי הפורים האלה ונכתב בספר וישם המלך אחשוורוש מסר לארץ ויהי הים וחומסי תקפו גבורתו, ורשתות קדוש מרדכי, אשר גילו המלך, אלוהים כסובים, על ספר דברי ימים, למלכי פרס ומדי. כי מרדכי היהודים, כי מרדכי היהודי, משנה למלך אחשוורוש, וגדול ליהודים ורצה לרע ואחיו, דורש טוב לעמו, ודורש שלום לכל זרע. Happy Purim, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Challenging, I know. I hope you were able to hear it. I can't hear you, so I hope you can hear it. And we really, really just want to say the obvious, and that is, I am so emotional, and I know that we all are, seeing you all this evening. We miss you tremendously. The whole family misses you, and we look forward, please God, in coming back together as a community. Please God, in the not too distant future. Everyone say Happy Purim, they can hear you. And we're looking forward to being together. In the meantime, we are going to go straight over to our magician. Stay with us, guys. We're going over to the magician. I don't know who the magician is. It could be any one of you. Could be Vicky, could be...
It's his name is Jamie Nichols.
Jamie Nichols.
Yes.
Who's dressed up as Jamie Nichols? I don't know. It could be a clown. We don't know who Jamie Nichols is. Where's Jamie? Is he here? Abby, is he on?
He's here, yes. But we're slightly early, so we need to see if he's...
Oh, okay. So we'll share an idea. And firstly, Gil's going to say hello to you all. Say hello.
Hi, everyone, and happy Purim. So good to see you, even on Zoom. And let's hope that next year we're all together in Yerushalayim.
Amen. 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 Amen.
Okay, we've got Jamie now.
Jamie's here. He's reappeared from nowhere. That's the first magic trick. Okay. We're gonna mute ourselves and go over to Jamie. Is Jamie here?
Yep.
1 minute, let's just see where Jamie is. Wait.
Oh, yes, there we are. Hello. Can you guys hear me now?
We can't see you.
Oh, perfect. Right. So, Abby, you may want to spotlight me, Abby, whoever is the hostess or the mostess.
I have spotlighted you.
Perfect. Let me have. There I am. Oh, sorry. This is the lockdown beard. I must apologize. I couldn't unmute myself, unfortunately, Rabbi. So I was waving furiously down here in the bottom corner, but I couldn't unmute myself, unfortunately. But hopefully everybody can see and or hear me now. Give me a wave or a thumbs up if you can. Perfect. By the way, I'm loving the hat, Rabbi. That is really something I wasn't expecting. That is really cool. You all look absolutely wonderful from the waist up. I hope you are attending in traditional trouserless or pajama bottom Zoom fashion. I certainly am. It's perfectly acceptable to be in PJs from the waist down. And what a wonderful turnout as well. 77 people here. So this is a real treat for me. I'm seeing I'm seeing Daffy Duck hats here right now. This is, yeah, I need to get started with the magic, but yeah, I'm just fascinated with your costumes. Lovely reading there, Rabbi, as well. Thank you very much. So thank you all for having me. First of all, this is a real treat for me, and this is my first time performing for a Purim celebration as well. So yes, I thought we might get things started with a bit of a warm up. Is that all right with everybody? Perfect. We're all going to get our hands warmed up. So I would get people to unmute at this point, but bear in mind there are 78 of us. Perhaps we should stay muted for now. I believe it may get a little bit chaotic and people have big dogs and stuff in the background and it gets a bit crazy. So I want everybody to hold out your hands in front of you for me like this, with your palms facing in and your thumbs facing up. Now turn your hands over so your thumbs are facing down. Cross your hands over and bring your hands together like so. Now the key to this, no, Rabbi, so you want to put your hands out like this with your palms facing in, turn them over, cross them over, and now bring your palms together. And the key to this is really having a nice tight grip of those palms. Now, lean your heads left, lean your heads right. Now very, very slowly, turn all the way around. Was it just me? It takes a little bit of practice. It's a bit tricky on the old elbows, but if you practice that, yeah, Rabbi, yeah, he's kind of getting there. All right, cool. Now, the thing that I have found with performing magic in this format is that luck often plays a really, really vital role in determining as to whether performing virtually goes well or whether it's going to be pretty terrible. And I realized in the second lockdown that in order to determine as to whether a show is going to go well or not, I just have to take a huge leap of faith at the very beginning. And if it goes well, I know it's going to be a good show. So I believe you all have coins with you and packs of cards. So I'm going to go with the Glickmans for this one. Glickmans, can you unmute yourselves? Or Abby, can you unmute? Who needs to unmute if I want people to unmute? Glickmans, can you unmute yourselves?
Okay, I'll unmute. You tell me the people and I'll unmute them.
All right, let's go for the Glickmans.
Okay, I've asked them to unmute.
Unmute.
Hey, how are you guys doing? Are you all right?
Hello.
Hi, we're good. Hi.
Perfect. Will you help me work out whether my luck is in this evening? Is this going to be a lucky show or a bad show, guys?
We will.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, hopefully you three can see that I have a couple of brown paper bags in front of me. They look relatively ordinary, apart from the fact that one, am I still spotlit?
Yeah, we can still see you.
Yeah, you're still spotlit. I've just added the Glickmans on for you.
You need to unmute.
So Abby, you probably want to keep me spotlit, but just unmute the Glickmans if that's all right.
Oh.
Perfect. There we go. Just so everybody can see this nice and big. Cool. So inside one of these bags, guys, I'm sorry, I'm calling you the Glickmans, is something that would probably not be a treat if I were to smash my hand down on it, right? But that's what we're going to do anyway in the name of entertainment. Now, hopefully my luck is in 50-50. I'm going to get you guys to flip a coin and call it. If you flip heads, I'll smash my hand down on the heads bag. If you flip tails, vice versa with the tails bag. Please don't get this wrong because I've got a few things that I want to do and it's going to be very difficult one-handed. I do have an apple here as well. This is going to come into play for dramatic effect in a minute. What's it going to be, guys? Heads or tails?
That's a tails.
Are you serious? Tails?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tails it is. Here we go. Count with me. Ready? 3,
2, 1.
The tails bag is indeed safe. The heads bag, however, has a 4-inch stainless steel spike nailed into a block of wood at the bottom of it. Guys, have you ever heard that saying? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. That is going right through there. I'm going to make a little strudel with this tomorrow. I'm not going to waste the apple, don't worry. Thank you guys very much. Give the Glickmans a round of applause, everybody. Now, if you don't mind popping yourselves back on mute, I'm feeling good. That's a promising start. Is everybody else feeling good? Excellent. All right, now, it's when it comes to the card magic, this is where my luck seems to run out. And I realized quite early on when I was performing on Zoom that it's because in a real life event, if I were performing at a wedding or a bar or a bat mitzvah, if I mess up a card trick, I just go and hide in the toilets for 10, 15 minutes. Nobody even notices I'm missing, right? But when you are performing on Zoom, there's nowhere to hide when you mess up a card trick. So I've spent quite a bit of time coming up with various ways of recovering when I mess up a card trick on Zoom. So Michelle Stoops, will you help me demonstrate to everybody what happens when Zoom magic goes wrong? Perfect. I think we're in the process of unmuting you. So I'll just spin this deck of cards as quick. I'll see if I can spin it all the way. There we go. How are you doing, Michelle?
Great.
Good to see you've got your assistant there with a jazzy tie. This is good to see. Good to see.
Yes.
So, Michelle, I want you to help me demonstrate to everybody what happens when Zoom magic goes wrong and how I recover. All right. So, if I were to get you to name a playing card for me, but name a tricky one, try and catch me out, name a non-obvious one, what would you say?
Third of spades.
The three of spades.
Yes.
All right. This is a perfect example of where Zoom magic goes wrong. Thank you very much, Michelle. I knew I could rely on you for this. I made a prediction in this deck before we went live on air. And if I go through this here, you should be able to see I actually turned 4 playing cards over. 1, 2. What do you notice, Michelle?
They're all aces.
Yeah. 3. And where's the 4th one? There's the 4th one. Yeah, I did. I turned over the 4 aces, I'll be honest with you, because typically if I say to somebody, hey, name a card, I mean, they usually play ball and name one of the aces, but you are unique, young lady, and you tried to catch me out, which is good because I asked you to be fair, right? So, perfect example of when Zoom magic goes wrong. Now I'm going to show you how I recover, Michelle. Firstly, I take the 4 aces out of the deck because they are incorrect, and that is an embarrassing way to start my second piece of magic. But actually what I did, Michelle, was before I started this evening is I took the blue aces out of the box and I put red ones in. I got myself a Sharpie marker and I put a little backup plan on the backs of the aces. I'll show you what I mean. Michelle, you didn't choose one of the aces, did you? What did you choose?
I chose the 3 of spades.
Well, let me show you the markings on the backs of the aces. They look very much like the words the 3 of spades, you see. And so that's my backup plan. Sharpie marker on the backs of the aces, and you never know if they don't go for the aces, maybe they'll choose the 3 of spades. Thank you very much, Michelle. Very, very glamorous assistant there, chipping in, loving that. Nobody wants to play Zoom poker with me though, which is slightly sad because people think I'm going to cheat. But do you know what? I would never ever cheat at poker. I tried once and it went so terribly wrong. Tricia and Adrian, I'm going to show you the story of when I tried to cheat at poker if you're up for getting involved. If we could unmute Tricia and Adrian, I'm going to show you guys what happened. This is the one time I tried to cheat at poker and use my expertise. Are you guys all right?
We're well, thank you.
Loving the flashing headwear, and I loved you were shaking. This is what happened when I once tried to cheat at poker, right? I thought, I'm good with cards. I can make myself some extra money. I turned up and I got dealt a hand of 5 cards, right? The first thing I noticed was they were playing with green cards. And I was like, that's a bit unusual. I wasn't expecting that, but I'll deal with that later. So I got dealt 5 cards. It was a terrible hand. I'm just going to use blank cards just for demonstrative purposes here, right? So I got dealt my 5 cards and I thought to myself, right, I need to sneak in a high card into my deck. And this is the way I did it. I got my drink, I took a sip of it and I went, oh, that's really lovely, drop that. And that was all the misdirection I need, because in that moment, I managed to sneak in my first high card. I snuck in an ace of hearts, right? I mean, you didn't see that, right? You didn't see me sneak that in. But then I thought to myself, I need to get a decent hand here. So watch closely. This is what I did. I took my drink, I took another sip, and this time I moved my glass to the other side of the table. And that's all it took. Did you see me sneak the other cards in? But honestly, I snuck in a royal flush and nobody even saw me do it. It was really fun. But here's why I don't cheat at poker, right? I worked so hard on my misdirection. I snuck in the ace of hearts, nobody saw. I snuck in a royal flush and nobody saw. But here was my downfall. Did you not happen to notice what colour the cards were that we were playing with? Green, right? The cards I was sneaking into the game, red. Disaster. Absolute. Such a disaster. I did all this sleight of hand. I snuck in these cards. They were red. And obviously, yeah, slightly embarrassing that everybody else was playing with green cards. So yeah, lesson learned. Cheating's not worth it. Now, anyway, I digress. We'll go back to what I was doing. On the topic of luck, Anne Elliott. Anne, you look lovely. It looks like Anne's somewhere lovely. Either that's a really super virtual background, or Anne Elliott is somewhere really, really lovely right now. Whilst we're on the subject of luck, I mean, you guys saw me smash one of the brown paper bags, right? there was a 1 in 2 chance of that working. And then we saw the lovely Michelle choose a card that was written on the backs of the aces. Technically, that could still be luck because Anne Elliot, can we get Anne Elliot unmuted, Abby?
Anne, unmute yourself. I've asked you to unmute.
Oh, there we go. Here she comes. Here she comes.
No.
All right, we'll come back to Anne in a minute. She's got some tech issues. What about Walensky with a wicked hat? Walensky, are you up for it? Giving you some real stage management tasks here, aren't I, Abby? Sorry. Walensky, hello, how you doing?
Hi.
Is it Walensky?
It's Miriam.
Miriam. Hi, Miriam. So on the subject of luck, the bags thing, 1 in 2, right? The words on the backs of the aces that I did with the lovely Michelle, 1 in 52, because there are 52 cards in a deck, right? I'm going to try and push my luck a little bit further here and really create an extraordinary moment, okay? I'm not going to do it, though, I'll be honest. You are, because I've done 2 tricks, 3 actually. I'm going to take a bit of a rest and I'm going to hand over to you now. Is that all right?
Yeah, no problem.
So, Miriam, if I were to get you to name a playing card for me, my love, what card would you go for?
8 of hearts.
The 8 of hearts. Good choice. Any reason? Favorite card, random choice, or just random?
Just random.
Okay. I'm trying to do something with wine glasses in this third lockdown, other than obviously pour delicious wine into them. So I'm trying to incorporate them into my act. And with this one, I've made a bit of a prediction. Well, actually, I'm fibbing to you. I've actually made 52 predictions. Can you see? If I bring this right up to the camera, can you see there's a full deck of cards in there?
Yeah.
Miriam, I want you to guess. They're all mixed up, right? I want you to guess at what position between 1 and 52 your card is. So pick a number. I'm going to count that many cards off. If your card is at that position, everybody's going to go crazy and give you a lovely crap.
34.
34, right. I better get cracking because I need to count off 34 cards. Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I can't believe you're making me count 34 cards, Miriam. Right, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, nearly there. 31, 32, 33, 34. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, I didn't realise there seems to be a red card in this glass, and it just happens to be the 34th one. Now, Miriam, if I take all the other cards out of the glass from 35 to 52, I mean, you can see they're all blue, correct? Except the 34th card. Miriam, one more time. What was your card?
8 of hearts.
You won't believe this. Miriam, you are amazing. That is incredible. How did you know? You're obviously a mind reader. We should put together a double act and go on Britain's Got Talent. What do you reckon?
Definitely.
But here's the thing, Miriam. This goes a little bit further. I think we can all agree that somehow you knew your card was at the 34th position, right? I think we can all see that should you have chosen any other card, it would have been blue, correct?
Yeah.
Here's the kicker, Miriam. Not only would it have been blue, it also would have been completely blank.
Right.
There is only the 8 of hearts at position number 34. You could have never chosen any other card at any other position. Put your hands together for Miriam, everybody, who apparently is an incredible mind reader. I'm not sure how you did that. We're going to have to talk after the show, Miriam. I'll be honest with you. Now, Miriam is scary. Yeah, this is very, very true. Now, whenever I do this piece of magic, if we could unmute Edwin Shuker, please, Abby, that would be great. Whenever I do this, she starts laughing. She's like, oh, yeah, I've got the hat. I'm getting involved. Now, whenever I do this piece of magic on Zoom, hi, how you doing?
I am Esther.
Esther,
Edwin,
not Edwin.
Stage name.
Edwin. Right, okay, stage name, very good. I like stuff. Now, whenever I do this piece of magic, Edna, right?
Esther.
Esther,
like
sorry.
Queen Esther.
Queen Esther, of course, obviously. My queen, whenever I do this piece of magic, Esther, people always say to me, we think we know how you maybe you made her choose the number 34, right? But the thing we can't work out is how did you get the red card inside the wine glass? You snuck it in there somehow. Now, as long as you don't tell the magic circle, I'm going to show you how this piece of magic is done. Sound good?
Yep.
Right, I've chosen you for this, Esther, because you look like a lady with a good imagination. Am I right?
Sometimes.
Good. I want you to hold your finger and thumb for me like this, right up in front of the camera. And just look at your fingers and imagine you're holding one single playing card, but really see it. See that card in your imagination. What card are you holding?
3 of spades.
3 of spades. Good choice. Where are you in the world right now, Esther?
London.
London. I'm in North London. What part are you? North, east,
North
south?
London. Woodside
North
Park.
London. Okay, so this should be relatively easy for us, right? Can you see this wine glass from where you are?
Yeah.
I want you to take your 3 of spades and I want you to go 1, 2, 3 and throw it through the screen into this wine glass here. I'm going to keep my hands in full view so there's no funky business going on. When you're ready, I'm going to hold the bottom of the glass. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Hey, that was a good throw. That was a pretty good throw, Esther. I'm impressed. Now, I think you all saw there were, 52? There's a full pack of cards in this glass a few moments ago. Now, if I bring this up, you should all be able to see one single card, right?
Yep.
Guess what?
You're good.
Esther, apparently amazing at throwing. I tell you what, you, me, and Miriam, we're going to put together a trio and we're going to travel the world and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. It's going to be a great time for all of us. Now,
Fine by me.
Say that again.
Fine by me.
Yeah, I'm in. Thank you very much, Esther. Now, I need somebody who's very, very trustworthy for this. Abby, let's go for Abby. Abby. You just got to unmute yourself. I gave you a bit of a break there, didn't I? Who's that young man next to you?
This is Toby.
Hi, Toby. How you doing, mate?
Good.
Good. Toby, you look trustworthy. Can I rely on you to keep me safe in this next effect?
Yeah.
All right, good man. Just to clarify for everybody, we've never met before. You don't know what I'm about to do you?
No.
Good. I mean, that's slightly suspicious the way you, but we have never met before. So, Toby, right?
Yeah.
Toby, can you see what I've got in my hand here? I've got a 3-way fishing hook. This is a really sharp fishing hook right here. And underneath this fishing hook, there are 4 pieces of string: red, black, blue, and white. All right, Toby? The mystery is only one of these pieces of string is tied onto the hook. All right, the other 3, I'm just holding them in position with my finger and thumb. So I want you to work out which of these 1 pieces of string is tied securely to the hook. So what I'm going to get you to do is, one at a time, I'm going to get you to pick a color. I'm going to pick up that color and I'm going to grab the end of the string and I'm going to pull the string as hard as I can. And then if one of the strings doesn't come off or the hook comes with it, we know that's the one that's tied to the hook, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Toby, here we go. I want you to pick a color: red, black, blue, or white.
Blue.
The blue one, right? I mean, this is going to hurt my fingers if this goes wrong. So I'm going to pull the blue one, yeah?
Yeah.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, good. No problem. Good choice. So we've got 3 left: red, black, or white. What's it going to be, Toby?
Black.
The black one. All right. So you're leaving the red and white ones behind, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Hey, good choice. Now, Toby, you've got 2 colors left, and I think we should spice this up a little bit. What do you reckon? Hold on. Before you say anything, one of these strings is tied to the hook, right? One of them is not. So before you choose your final string,
What colour?
White. Yeah.
one string left, securely tied to the fishing hook, Toby. Thank goodness. Thank the Lord that you chose the white string there, because the dentists are only taking emergency appointments only. And if that you would have chosen red there, that would have been... I should probably save this one to last, shouldn't I? If I'm honest, I should probably do this one last. I'm just starting to realise that now. Now, the thing I realised performing virtually on Zoom, that if a piece of magic is going to be special and memorable, it needs to happen in people's own homes, with their own cards, with their own hands, right? So we're all going to do a piece of magic, all 57 of us, all together, simultaneously. So I believe you all have a deck of cards with you, yes? Perfect. Now, here's what I would like everybody to do. If you can position your cards down to your camera down to your cards, great. If you can't, don't worry about that. Here's what I want all of you to do. Everybody needs a 4 of a kind. So I'm going to use the 4 aces, but if you wish to use the 4 kings or the 4 queens or the 4 threes or the 4 twos, you can do whatever you want. But get yourself a 4 of a kind out of the deck and put them face up in a pile on your left-hand side. The next thing I want you to do is get 16 indifferent random cards and deal them face down on your right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cards face down on your right. So give me a thumbs up when you're all ready. What you should have in front of you is a 4 of a kind on your left and 16 face down cards on your right. So you could technically share a deck of cards if you wanted. If 2 people wanted to do this with the same deck. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Well done, Abby. Good. Gerald, do you have cards with you, sir? No, he's just a spectator for this one. The Goldbergs are ready. Good. Vicky York, do you have cards on you? No, you're just watching. It looks like Shirley Goldwater, some good concentration going on there. Miriam looks like she's got cards. Anita, the Bernsteins look like they're getting their cards sorted out as well, I think, by the looks of it. Good, good, good. All right, so here we go, everybody. In front of you, you should have the following. You shouldn't have a Rubik's Cube. Ignore that. You should have a 4 of a kind face up on your left and 16 face down cards on your right. The first thing I want all of you to do is pick up your face down cards and just make a little fan like this. And I want you to just position your face up cards any way you like, poking out of the fan, face up. So they'll be the wrong way round, any way you like. So what you have there is 4 face up cards the wrong way round in your deck, right? And then square them up, give them a little bit of a shuffle if you like, just make sure they're mixed up. Once you've done that, let me know when you're all ready with a thumbs up. Good stuff. Michelle Stoops, so quick. I love that. Good stuff. Abby's giving them a little shuffle. Good stuff, good stuff. So everybody should have in their hands now a pile of 20 cards in which only 4 are face up. Yes, you're 4 of a kind. Here's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to deal out 10 cards onto the table. So from the top, just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put the other 10 cards down on the right and you should have 2 piles of 10. Next thing I want you to do is choose any one of these 2 piles. It's up to you which one. Pick them up and turn them face down. So just turn over 1 pile. Perfect. Now, the next thing we're going to do is a perfect interlacing of the cards. The easiest way to do this is grab a bit of space in the middle, grab 1 card from the left and 1 card from the right and put them on top of each other. 1 from the left, 1 from the right. 1 from the left, 1 from the right. 1 from the left, 1 from the right. Left, right, all the way down. You see where I'm going with this until we've spent the 2 piles of cards, until once again we have a pile of 20 cards in front of us. Now at this point, I mean, the cards are getting pretty messed up, right? Some are face up, some are face down. They're kind of all over the place. Adam's iPhone looks like some good concentration going on down there as well. And you've got a lovely furry assistant. Good stuff. Cool. Now, the next thing we're going to do, everybody, is we're going to deal out 4 piles. The easiest way to do this, if you look at me first, you just grab 1 from the top and go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just go all the way along, doing 1 on each pile until you've once again messed up your cards. Now, if you guys look at my cards now, you should see that, I mean, we've got a bit of a state here. Some of the cards are face up, some of them are face down. They're all over the place. And you're each individually going to have your own mess because you're turning over your own piles and dealing out your own piles and shuffling them your own unique way. So we've all individually got our own mess. That apple there. Now, let's go with Gerald. Gerald, would you mind unmuting Gerald for me, Abby, for a moment? Everybody, I want you to number your piles from left to right like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So from left to right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Gerald, my man, can you choose for us? Are we going to use the odd cards or the even cards? Even piles.
Even.
The even ones. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Gerald. That's you done. Thank you. Appreciate that. Everybody else, I want you to grab piles 2 and 4 and put them together. So you can put 2 on top of 4 or 4 on top of 2. Doesn't matter, whichever way around you want to do it. And then just grab the other two piles and put them together as well. Just put them to the other side. Now, I just want to make sure we've got these totally caddywampus. Again, as we did earlier on, pick up any one of these two piles and just turn them over. And one final bit of extra chaotic confusion. Grab your two piles, bring them to the middle, and with your thumb, just do a little riffle shuffle like this. Push them together so they're in one pile, square them up, put your hand on top, and do not take your hand off until I tell you to. Well done, Miriam. We've got like a good sort of overhead camera situation with Miriam here. This is really, really good stuff. Good stuff. Give me a thumbs up with your free hand once you're ready. Awesome. Now, everybody, avert your eyes to my screen at the moment. I'll show you what we've got going on at the moment. Now, my cards are a complete mess because some of them are face up, some of them are face down, and that's the case on both sides. Can you all see here? My cards are an absolute mess. Some of them are face up, some of them are face down. They're in no particular order. But here's where the magic happens, right? I put my hand on top of my cards and I do my most flamboyant magician's click. Yeah, see that? And my messed up cards, once again, become perfect order. Every single card in the deck is back face down, except for my 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. Once again, order is restored. But hold on, this is not about me creating a miracle with my own cards because maybe I've got a trick deck. This is about you guys creating a miracle in your own homes with your own cards. So everybody, with your free hand, I want you to give me your most flamboyant magician's click. Give it to me. Yes, good done, Tricia. Well done, Tricia. Well done, the Glickmans. Well done, Cheryl Goldhill. Now I want you all to spread your cards out across the table and see what you've got going on. If your 4 of a kind is face down, don't worry, just flip the whole deck over, then spread them out, and you'll see that your 4 of a kind are facing the other direction to every single other card in the deck. If it worked for you, give us a wave, show us your cards. Well done, Miriam. Brilliant. Hold your cards up to the camera if it worked for you. Natalie Mayer, that is looking good to me. Yes, well done. Well done, Cheryl Goldhill. Well done, Louise Morgenstein. Abby, did it work for you? Tell me it worked for you. Yes, well done. What about Shirley Goldwater? No, only 3. I tell you what, 3 is not bad. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Well done, Adam's iPhone. Good for you guys as well. Brilliant. And the dog's having a good time as well. Well done. You're all miracle workers. Give yourselves a round of applause if it worked for you. If it didn't work for you, there's always next Purim, right? We'll celebrate next time. We'll practice. Don't worry. Now, let's unmute. Who should we go for now? Natalie Mayer. Let's go for Natalie Mayer, Abby, if you don't mind. That would be really cool. I think we try something with Natalie. Hey, Natalie Mayer. And who's the other one?
I'm Sophia.
Sophia and Natalie. Nice to meet you both. Are you having a lovely evening?
Yes, thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant. So you guys may have noticed this evening, I've done a few things with blue decks of cards. Now, do you want to see something else with a blue deck or something with a red deck?
Blue.
Blue. I really took a pump with that because I was going to magically produce a red deck. Do you see what I was doing there? I was just really hoping maybe she'll just say red. I tried to convince you. Unfortunately, we're going to use another red deck. Maybe I should be able to do it. If I was a real magician, I should be able to make that either a blue or a red deck, shouldn't I? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, this is how I make my playing cards, Sophia. I start with like a carcass, like a blueprint of a box. I put some color on it. And then basically I fold the box up, shut the little flappy bits on the side, shut the lid. What do magicians do? Like a click or a blow or something like that. And that's the easiest. That's as simple as that. And then you basically just print your own cards inside the box. That's kind of how we do it. Now, I wanted to show you one of my favorite pieces of magic that I'm pretty sure I'm never going to be able to do in a real life situation again until everybody's had a vaccine or something, right? So, Sophia, can you just name one of these out loud for me?
5 of spades.
5 of spades. Good choice. Good choice. Now, Sophia, is it S-O-P-H or S-O-F?
S-O-P-H.
S-O-P-H-I-A and a little heart. So, Sophia, you can see that?
Yeah.
Get your name on there, right? Now, typically what magicians do at this point, if you've ever seen one in real life, is they'll make it vanish and then reappear somewhere else or like in your pocket or under my hat or something like that, right? in order to make sure no funky business goes on, I'm going to keep this card in full view at all times, right? So make sure your signature doesn't go anywhere. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold back the corner of your card, try and get a good crease down the corner like this. And then tear. I mean, it looks like I'm tearing your card there, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to tear it right off and make it disappear. Honestly, it's not great. I guess this would have counted as a substantial meal a few months ago, wouldn't it? I'm looking back. Eat out to help out. Brilliant. All right, Sophia. Gone, right? Sophia, I want you to imagine, really use your imagination for this, and imagine that I'm drawing the missing piece of your card in the air here with my Sharpie. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah? Watch this. Look. Just right, the corner of your card is completely restored back on there. Sophia, I'll stick this in the post to you. No, I'm joking. That would be absolutely gross, wouldn't it? I'm sure you've got absolutely no desire to have this card sent to you in the post. It is not COVID secure, is it? I'll be honest with you. But yeah, thank you very much, Sophia. I think there's only one thing for me left. There's only a couple of things left for me to say to you all, and that is, if I take Sophia's card, thank you all for having me very, very much. I'm very grateful to be here. Happy Purim to everybody. Take care. And remember, keep sanitizing those hands, because you never know, right? You never know. Got to keep those cold and flu bugs away as the summer comes. Oh, do you know what I completely forgot to do? I didn't get time to solve a Rubik's Cube, did I? I'm so sorry. Do you know what? I'm actually the world's worst magician with Rubik's Cubes. Anyway, I think you can all see this is mixed up. And I actually haven't had any dinner. And seeing as I've run out of time, I thought instead, 1, 2, 3, I'll just turn it into M&Ms and then eat those for my dinner, because it's much more fun than doing magic with Rubik's Cubes, isn't it? So thank you all for having me. I can't wait to meet you all in real life, perhaps next Purim, when I can pickpocket you and guess your bank pin numbers and all sorts of fun things like that, and make your wedding rings disappear. Thank you for having me. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you all very, very soon.
Thank you so much, Jamie.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for all that unmuting. See you guys soon.
Bye. Thank you, everybody. I hope you had a great evening and wish you all a happy Purim. I'm going to unmute you all if you want to talk to anyone. No, that's mute one.
Who's that?
Abby.
Chag Sameach, everyone.
Well, I'm muted now.
Hag Sameach, thank you. Bye.
Brilliant show. Thank you so much. Thank you for organising it, Abby.
Yeah.
Adam?
Thank you for organising it. It was
Pleasure.
wonderful.
Pleasure.
It was really good. Very, very good.
Lots of fun.
It was. He is good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And charming as well.
Yeah.
Very talented. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you.
So special to see you. So special. Abby, thanks for coordinating tonight. Well done. 9:30 Megillah tomorrow, yeah? We'll see you there.
Thank you for organising it. It was wonderful.
Pleasure.
Really good. Very, very good.
It was.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
A lot of fun. And charming as well.
Yeah.
Very talented. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. So special to see you. So special. Abby, thanks for coordinating tonight. Well done. 9:30 Megillah tomorrow, yeah? We'll see you there.
Thank you for organising it. It was wonderful. Really good.
Thank you.